Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Can't believe you came back for more. It's your own fault. Remember that. Here we are at Huntington Beach State Park. This is near Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Again, and going right through the backlog. And found myself a gator swimming right on up. Yeah, this is a really cool park, actually. I should know more of the history. The Huntingtons were extremely rich back in the day, and they bought all this land on the coast, and at some point, I guess, donated it, turned it into a park. So they have this huge wildlife reserve here. In the midst of all the mansions nearby, so it's kind of nice to have a place where, you know, the aminals can come and just do what they do. And as you can see, it's gator infested. Watch out.
That raging gator by your belly in one swamp stomping adventure.
Nah, it's not that bad, but there are gators around, as you can see. I'm trying to remember. I'm going to get this wrong, I'm sure. Oh, and he's off. Not in much of a hurry. I bet they can move when they want to. But clearly, since there's gators here, this has to be freshwater, right? I really should have done some Googling. The other side, you see the walkway where the people are walking? That other side gets very tidal, so that's definitely has to be saltwater or at least brackish water. This side, I just don't remember this side ever getting really low with the tides. I think there's some kind of system in place to manage that. I just can't remember. They got a sign explaining it. That I've read, and any gators in here? Yeah, not much to see in here. This is just a rainwater hole, I guess. Probably some skeeter larvae in there somewhere. But, yeah, kind of unexciting. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask around or something. I don't quite remember how that works. I don't think gators can live in salt water, certainly not the ocean. I believe they can take a small jaunt out into the ocean, but they can't stay there permanently, so. And there's the dock we were at when watching the gator. Clearly that egret in the last segment had enough of us walking by. So yeah, I think this area is mostly freshwater. This thing in between here, the thing going under the road, I think does something to either manage the water level. I don't know how it could possibly manage the salt. That doesn't make sense. Maybe this is salt water. I don't know. Did not come prepared for class today. There's another gator just chilling in the grass. Don't forget the GoPro is a fisheye kind of lens, so these are closer than they appear. But I'm never worried about these gators at all. They're not going to come at me, right? Not sure what the parental units are talking about there. Some kind of pelican that must be off camera. I was fixated on the gator. I did take some pictures. I don't know how it happened. The timestamps got screwed up somehow, and it said I took these videos on September, I think like September 16th, and the pictures have a timestamp of September 9th. I don't understand how that even is possible. Okay, this is definitely the saltwater side of things. And this is high tide. When it goes to low tide, right, we'd be staring at mud right now. It's that drastic. The fiddler crabs come out. So yeah, definitely some high tide here, but I just don't ever recall seeing the water or the mud the mud at low tide on the other side of the street. So that's really weird. Even the color looks, or the water, the color looks different. The color of the water, goodness. And, got a very tired penguin here just sleeping on a pole, which looks incredibly uncomfortable, but it is a pelican, right? Got some jumping fishies. Ooh, two of them, wow. I think that's a pelican. Is that a pelican? I think that's a pelican. Usually they travel in groups. I wonder where his friends are. We got some Yeah, there was these schools of fish. Yeah, they were kind of wrestling the water like that. I was trying to catch it. I think the best of what I saw was off camera, unfortunately, but you get the idea. In fact, I got some slow motion videos later of them trying to do that, or me trying to capture them doing that. Yeah, so all this dead seaweed that's washed up here, that's an important part of the ecosystem. Certainly when it's alive, I think it has the ability to expel salt, so it can grow in saltwater marshes and has something with its physiology that allows the plant to expel the salt, so it can like draw fresh water from salty marshes. And then when it dies, it decomposes, I think, and provides nutrients for everything in the winter months when there's not much growing. This was really cool coming up. It was the last segment. We were sitting there watching those, I think they're ibises, kind of troll in the mud for whatever they're eating, snails, crustaceans. And they just kept flying in. I think this might be it. Is this the one? Yeah, it might be the one after that. No, this is it. This is the one. Yeah, I'm gonna count them. I'm gonna count them as they fly in on the, on the camera. That's gonna be some post-production edits. They just kept flying in. It's like a busy airport, air traffic control, asking for clearance to land. Here they come. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if this is a particular time of the day. When the tide is just right for them, maybe. But they, I think they all came from the roosting tree. And it's just... they just keep coming. Much to the chagrin of some of them. There's a few spats here. They don't always enjoy each other's company. That one came from a different place. Yeah, this whole time I was kind of wanting to flip it into slow motion mode, but man, I didn't want to cut the feed because it was just so cool watching everything flying here. And they're pretty far away anyway. It would not have been the best slow motion. It would have been better for that if I got a little closer, but yeah, I'm not sure what the brown one is either. Juvenile, different species. Looks a little smaller. Might be juvenile. Should have done some homework before I got behind the mic, but hey, that's not a prerequisite. Turns out you don't have to be smart to talking to a mic. Here they come. But this place, like I said, it's huge, lots of acreage. There's actually Huntington's, I think, a house they built that's like still standing. You know, it was meant to be hurricane proof. Back in the day, it was not on stilts. It was built out of stone or something. That's not going to be in the movies here, but I think I have seen it on a drive-by. It's crazy it's still standing. I think it was probably built in the 1800s maybe. Again, I'd have to verify all that, but it's not just a nature reserve here. They also have a beach, which we'll get to at the end. Alright, yeah, see, this one's in slow motion, so I'm going to try to catch a little... fish jump scene. Yeah, it's really cool. These walkways, I guess these are only 2 of them. One year we came here and it was right after hurricane storm and the whole walkway was flooded with that decaying marsh grass. Yeah, I'm not sure what the ray is doing here. This is in the welcome nature center of the whole park, I guess, and they've got obviously aquarium in there with some animals, and it's like we got a Ray trying to escape. Not fond of the captivity. He wants to sees his friends swimming around outside in the marsh and wants to go join them. Apparently, poor fella. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a Ray just flip out of the water like that. They do jump, I think. You know, I wonder if that must be why they have the edges around the top. I didn't notice that until now, or maybe that's to contain the splashing. I wonder if they're worried about that thing jumping out of the tank completely. And to the seahorses. I really do love the seahorses. I'll see one day. Keep your fingers crossed. It's gonna happen. One of my dives. It's gonna happen. Gotta think positive. You know, I didn't realize this, or didn't see this until I watched these videos also, but the cup at the end of this thing here, I guess that's some kind of filtration system. I don't know, the seahorses seem to kind of be glomming around the cup, and I wonder if that's for them, or if it's just a coincidence. Trying to choke your buddy out there? What's going on? Those two must be some UFC seahorses. Well, I guess they're wrapping around the fake seaweed attached to the cup. I don't know. It's probably part of the filtration. Maybe it deflects the water to disperse it or something. Not sure. Yeah, I think we got some turtle buddies in here, maybe? Maybe this one's empty. John, you do plan to have dinosaurs on your dinosaur tour, no? Yeah, here's the turtles. Turtle buddies. Not sure what kind. They look like freshwater turtles to me, but they gotta be, right? Those aren't swimming around the ocean. Yes, this was a nature trail to the beach that I don't think I've ever been on. We were like, hey, let's do it. And we got 10 feet into the woods and started getting totally swarmed by mosquitoes, so we took a 180 on that with a quickness. Yep. Yep.
Uh-oh. Just got my first mosquito. I don't know.
And made it to the beach finally. I think this is the last one. 370. So I think this is the last one. Yeah, the red flag there. Rough conditions. I don't think there's lifeguards out here, so that means do some swimming at your own risk. That's just about it for the entire Litchfield experience. I will throw up the pictures that I forgot to add to these videos, but if you want to stick around for those, feel free. If not, I will see you at the next one.